Okay, we doing it right now?
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, the start time will still be at 3 o'clock, and again, this will be for you guys to do it. Do what you will. Do that voodoo that you
Can
do
I
so well.
can I run to the bathroom before we start?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay.
Hey, hey, David.
Yeah.
Could you like hook me up with a token? Like, you got anything just like?
You are A-okay. I actually just sent Nolan a picture I found of an orc with a ruff. So I will send you. I will find something for you as well.
You know, the tall kobold, you know.
Yeah.
All right. No.
David, you're a gem.
I'm an
Couldn't
idiot.
do this without you.
Love you too, Sophia, but I'm going to need you to be quiet, okay? Sorry, my daughter's next to me. She wanted to come see what I was doing.
Oh, no worries. I got my kid practicing drums right in the middle of going live.
Of course.
Yeah.
Just so you guys know, I am running a couple of very short one-shots that I wrote and have up on DMG. So,
Oh, sweet.
Right on.
I
they're
remember now.
pay what you
Season
want, so
3
they're
started.
free already. So,
Season 3 started.
Nolan,
with
I
Cat
miss.
with my mom yet.
Nolan, I messaged you an image of an orc with a ruff. If you want to crop it in any way to make it your token.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I will message yours to you right now, Doug.
Oh, sweet. Thanks, man. Oh, that is excellent. All right, so now what do I do? Just save this and then message it to
Yeah,
Todd?
save it, and then I
don't
think
even
there's.
bother messaging it to me. Just
Yeah,
just
no.
hold on to it, and I'll send you the link to Owlbear here. Do we have a chat in this, by the way?
Yes, there's a chat button down at the bottom. Little bubble.
Which one? Bubble. There we go. Owlbear Rodeo. Click that link and it should let you in.
Have you?
Would you be okay if I went to Target?
Sure.
You sure?
Yeah. Are you asking so you can take my car?
Yeah, sorry, guys. I'll
Okay.
make it quick. I'll probably be quiet as long as possible, and I'll probably
Okay.
jump in after he's done with
cool.
his practice
Love
to
you.
introduce what's going on. But
I will.
by all means, go ahead and start playing in about 8 minutes.
Love you.
Love you too.
Alrighty. Nope, that's staring at my ceiling. Because I'm in a basement. Nope, that's too far back. Come on. I'm blasted. I've got this cheap $20 webcam I got off of Newegg a while back, right in the beginning of the pandemic. So, I am by no means a professional streamer.
Where do we add our token?
If so, on Owlbear, over on the bottom right, there's a plus sign underneath the other tokens.
Oh,
Just click that, and then it'll. There's in that there's another plus sign up at the top on the top right. Click there, and then it'll open the folder browser.
right on. Thank you.
Ever since I found this and figured it out, which it took me like 2 or 3 attempts to really figure it out, but on that third attempt, I'm like, oh, this is way easier than it should be. By the way, you can rename yourself so that I know everybody's
Where?
name. Over on the bottom left, there's a pencil icon.
hmm
Click
Perfect.
that, and it'll let you change your name.
Do you want our character name?
Your actual name and your character name, one of them in parentheses. I don't care which. I'm assuming
Okay.
you're rolling
Which,
physical dice. We're not getting fancy with this, and why cheat in a charity game?
Right. Guys, are we putting
Are
our
you guys
real
gonna
name
do-
first or character name first?
That's what I was going to ask.
I was about to say I did my real name first and then my character name.
Okay.
All right, then.
Let me take off my. Oh
Okay.
shit!
I have added my token, and I have changed my name.
Same.
Cool. Oh, how are we streaming the VTT? Okay.
I don't think you guys are.
Okay.
So we'll just use Theater of the Mind.
Okay.
I was about to say, is it critical?
It's not going to be absolutely critical, but Owlbear, one of the things may have combat. One of the things doesn't need to have combat. Like, you might shoot a squirrel. That's about it. The other one, you might have to fight a Fae, so it can be important for you guys, but for the audience, not necessarily.
Okay.
It's not super complicated or anything either. So.
Okay, so we are live.
We are live. Excellent.
Right on.
Hi, everybody.
Woo!
Hello, Internet.
Hello, interwebs.
All right.
Let me.
Just so everybody's aware, I will be facing this way when I'm talking to you, but I also have a station over here, which is what I'm doing work on, like streaming station, working station. Just that's why you're going to see me in profile from time to time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, shall we start off with introductions for those who may not know us?
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm Todd. I'm at Gameld10 on Twitter, GAMELD10. I try to produce things for D&D as a third-party creator. I have troubles with scheduling and getting people to cooperate with me at times, but that's okay. But yeah, I'm actually looking to get a streamed game going myself longer term with some people who have not really played much D&D before. So that'll be interesting. But today, I guess we're doing a charity game to benefit refugees from the Ukraine war. And hopefully we can raise some good money for this. Whoever wants to go next?
I am David Hallman. I am the Fungeon Master of Good Better Quest. I am excited to be here. Should I mention my character?
Yeah, sure.
I will be playing a perfectly normal person who wears a trench coat and is very lumpy in proportions, whose name is Tribus. Perfectly normal, not 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
I'm sure.
Just a very lumpy person.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Doug. I'm also from Good Better Quest, and I'm going to be playing a character named Jason the Kobold, who also has a lumpy front on his trench coat and is definitely not 3 goblins in a trench coat.
Pretending to be a kobold.
I mean, kobold, yeah. Damn! I
Pretending to be kobolds, pretending to be a person.
It's 47 goblins in a kobold suit.
They all had reduce cast on them multiple times permanently.
It's 6 pixies in a marionette.
Everybody always wonders where the feet are, and they're just floating above the ground.
Yeah.
By the way, David, I think your camera's down.
What?
I'm seeing the logo. I'm not seeing you speak.
Weird.
I see David.
Yeah, I see me too.
I'm seeing David like 30 seconds ago, though. And I'm seeing you guys pretty much in real time.
Huh.
Okay.
I think I'm
David's next time.
Yeah, I'm the last person, I guess, to introduce themselves. Okay. And hey, wouldn't you know, I'm also from Good Better Quest. I'm Nolan. I play a cat person, but I'm not a furry. Make that distinction very clear when I introduce myself most of the time, because people like to get that confused. Today
It
I
makes
will
it
be
really
playing.
clear, though.
Yeah, I know. I know. I'll be playing a half-orc who's traveling with his companions who are not kobolds in coats. His name is Gene Wilder.
I
Not the
see.
same Gene
Now that
Wilder.
yeah, I'm seeing the spelling. I was like, how am I going to pronounce that? Oh, now I get it. I appreciate that. All right. With that, you guys, if we're ready to get started,
Absolutely.
all right.
Yeah.
To start off, you're all traveling along the road. You find yourselves in a shared campsite for the evening with a number of other figures. Uh, some are headed in one direction, others in another. You're all going on your own road. Uh, However, this site is known by any who follow this road and is a common meeting place for any on a sojourn for any reason between towns. Besides all of you, there are three others. There is a human man named Garrett of middle years who came with a cart pulled by two oxen and loaded with vegetables. A young gnomish woman named Ufeda with a backpack covering various jars, pots, vials, etc. And an elven gentleman who doesn't offer his name. Carries a spear and leather armor emblazoned with the sigil of the local military here in Fantasyland, and so yeah, if you could all describe yourselves, we'll start with Tribus. A more physical
Travis.
description.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry about my camera, by the way. I tried to figure it out. I can't get it.
You're fine.
Tribus is a very skinny looking, tall, skinny dragonborn who is just very lumpy in a brown trench coat with patches in it from clothes that you're pretty sure didn't belong to him when he stole them. As most things are when you steal them. He's just kind of sitting around or with everybody, and he's kind of trying to do five-finger fillet with his dagger, and he's not doing a good job.
Difficult to do when it's not your hand.
Yeah. Yeah, but a lot less consequences when it's not.
You're willing to be a little more careless, yes. So Jason, a little more physical description, please.
Yeah. In the edge of that light of the firelight, you see Jason the kobold, and he is.
Doug, you gotta speak up, bud.
Oh no. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. In the around the ring of the campfire light, you see Jason the kobold, and he is a tall, lanky figure in a long trench coat, and he must be 6'7" or so. And he's wearing a hood, and underneath the hood, his kobold nose pokes out, and it's red. And about chest level, there's a sort of a bulge, sort of poking out in the trench coat, and then a little lower, about 2 feet lower than that, there's another sort of pointy bulge in the trench coat. And he's taking these little tiny steps, and he's pacing around and around the edge of the campfire light. And if you could hear him, what you'd hear is him saying, "All right, fellas, keep it down now. Keep it down, fellas."
Excellent. All right. Last up is Gene Wilder. Gene Wilder.
Gene is a half-orc, and he's a very Snidely Whiplash type character. He's got slicked back red hair. His mustache curls around and has gentle curls around his tusks as it hangs out, which he wraps around and makes sure that they never touch. The curls never touch the tusks, but it's on point. Unfortunately, the rest of him is not. He's got a ruff that's very old and beaten up and dirty. He's got the big Lands-Connect puffy clothes, multiple colors. You can see the stitches and the patches. And he's wearing a very nice brigandine, but it's again very just beat up and was nice at one point from the person that lost it to him. He's a as you might call a grifter, and he's traveling with his two friends, passing up the riddle that he likes to ask people, and that's how he collects money for his deity and his charitable donations, by grifting people into providing for himself.
Excellent. Adjusting my light here a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. So, yeah, you're all sitting around the campfire. There are these other three figures there with you. Any interest in speaking to any of them or doing anything else real quick? Or are you just going to be keeping to yourselves pretty much?
I think Tribus is continuously trying to agitate the nameless elf. Just not overtly, but just with very small things, like standing near him and peeling an orange very slowly and just purposely spritzing the elf with any juice and then going, oh, sorry.
Give me a dexterity check. Yeah, give me a dexterity check to see how successfully you can do this.
Let's see. Just flat dexterity?
Yeah, straight dexterity.
13.
13. You managed to spritz it a couple of times, and it lands on him, mostly on his armor, so he doesn't really notice that, but a couple of times you get his hand and even his neck a little bit, and he looks over at you. Blasted beast things. Keeps walking around. He's very much a military sort of mindset, so he's keeping to his self-assigned duty, but duty of sort of watching the campsite. And then as you're going, does anybody else have anything else going on other than trolling the dour elf?
I think Gene is paying attention to his becoated friends, and he's trying to make sure that he can pick out the one in the group that is most likely they're not of their own accord, so that he can try and work his little devious tricks on them, see if he can grift some money out of them. So I think he's looking at the three that have attached themselves to this little group, trying to figure out who he can get some gold from.
Okay. Just seeing who would be more of a dupe, basically.
Absolutely.
All right, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Okay. That's an 8.
An 8. The obvious one would probably be the seemingly simple-minded farmer, but you have an inkling that maybe you'd be able to get something out of this elf.
Gene goes up to the elf, completely ignoring the fact that he's trying to keep to himself, and he slaps the shoulder. Ah, my friend, you look like a betting man. In fact, you look like a man who lost a bet being here. Would you care to take another one?
As you say that, a little bit of orange juice flies into your mouth in the process.
Sorry.
But he looks at you. It's like, why don't they leave me alone? Yes, I lost a bet of sorts, but it's none of your business.
Gene blows past that he's trying to dismiss him and goes, ah, good. It seems that we've come to an impasse then. How about you answer my riddle and we'll make a little wager to see if you can get it right. How does that sound?
Persuasion check, please.
You would think with a +4 in persuasion, I could pass this one.
Oh.
A 17?
That'll do.
Oh.
That'll do. He says, fine. What do you want? 5 copper or silver?
You see Gene kind of ruffle around in his pockets for a second. He's like, oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I can I can match that bet. And he motions to his friends in their coats. Gentlemen, please come up. We have our riddle that our friend has decided to answer for me. Would you please join me over in the corner?
As Jason the kobold approaches Gene, he is taking these little tiny steps underneath the trench coat, and he's sort of swaying a little bit, and he's going, "Hold on, fellas, hold on," and they get to Gene, and then they just sort of straighten up and wobble just a little.
Tribus walks like a man. Just what with ease over. Just still peeling the orange. Sorry.
All right. So they come up and approach next to you.
Gene, he twirls his mustache a little bit again, and he swirls around, and he goes, "One of them is 3 kobolds in the coat. The other is 1 tall kobold in 3 coats. If you guess rightly, you win the prize."
Okay. I would like the 2 kobolds to make deception checks.
I think you mean the 6 kobolds.
Yes.
That is a 16.
Damn, only a 14.
A 16 and a 14, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, just for my information, which one is it?
Wouldn't you like to know? I'm actually a human rogue. I'm a very tall human rogue with 3 masks.
I am for sure 3 kobolds in a trench coat. 100%.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. He looks you both over, and with a natural 5, he selects Gene.
Yes. Selects Gene? Oh, he was trying to think outside the box.
How'd you get that?
Gene, just as he gets selected, he goes over to Jason and he grabs the middle nose and he just pulls it out a little bit to show it's a mask, and he lets go and lets it hit him back in the tummy. And he does
that every time you think I'd see it coming.
Gene bends over
Reaches into his
at the waist and holds his hand out for the 5 copper.
He reaches deep into his pocket, blasted, puts it in your hand, drops one on the ground.
Oh, I scramble for it. I jump on it.
Yeah. Yep. All right. As you're scrambling in the dirt for a simple copper, you start to hear as you're doing this. Actually, I need everybody to give me perception checks real quick.
Not me.
Probably not me either.
That's a 7.
12?
Right. 12.
Jason?
Oh, no, that's so sad.
No.
No.
What was it?
What are we doing? Perception? I got a
Yep.
5.
A 5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With a 12, you do hear the sound of... Excuse me. Pop does things to you. But you start to hear a jingling over from the road. And the elven man, it kind of perks up as well, starts paying attention. And are you going to do anything about the jingling sound?
Gene, again, he grabs the elf's shoulder and goes, "Oh, don't worry, friend. It might just be somebody who's coming to play our riddle. You can watch as somebody else loses to the master if you would like."
All right. He just shoulder checks your hand off of you, not trying to bump you or anything, just sort of tossing you off. Walks over to the edge of the campsite and shouts out, "Who goes there in the darkness?" And at that moment, a flash of multicolored light breaks your night vision for a moment as a figure on a cart stands up and says, "Good evening, my weary sojourners. My name is Marith the Magnificent, and I am merely meandering from market to market, though market may be where merchants meet. I do find it fortunate that I find fellows far from fair founding fields. Perhaps I could persuade peddlers to purchase potions or apothecaric ponderances for a pence?" Yes, I Dr. Seuss'd myself.
No, it's great. I was sitting here trying to think. I was like, I've seen V for Vendetta so many times. Can I remember this monologue?
Voila, and view
And
a
I
humble
can't.
Vaudevillian veteran, cast vicariously.
Yes!
I actually did that for a speech class in college.
Oh my God.
So you
That's
pulled that
so
out
great.
real quick.
Yeah. I say, sure, what you got? You got anything cool? Hold on. You got Tic Tacs?
He pulls up a number of things. You might see my daughter peek over my shoulder. There she is.
Hey.
Hi, Sophia. Can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
All right. I need you to leave me alone, baby. Go on. But
Go away, child. Go.
yeah. No, she's okay, babe. Yeah, she's peeked over my shoulder for a sec. As long as she doesn't keep trying to do that. But no. So he says, "A tic-tac for the tot, I see. So, shall I present you with
Damn.
this?" And he starts pulling out, like, he folds down the side of his cart, and you watch as he has this contraption so that the, like, there's shelves, basically, of hanging vials so that they're always vertical, and they're just lined up through these strings and everything, and it's all gaudy. Like, the brightest purples, the most maroon colors you've ever seen, oranges and yellows and all that sort of stuff. It's completely disgusting. It looks like a unicorn vomited on it.
Oh no, I love it. This
Yeah.
is, I live for this.
Yeah. And yeah, Marith the Magnificent is obviously absurd and obviously intentionally. But as you do this, you see all these vials and tinctures and pills and oils and all the mix of things, and he pulls off 3 and puts them in front of you. "If you're looking to freshen your breath, may I suggest that you go with either my lovely rose tooth or my slightly more subtle dandelion dandy, or we may go over here with my Sweetwater singer."
I do love sweet water. I gotta listen. That's the only problem with water is it's not sweet enough for me. So I'm gonna have to go with that Sweetwater singer.
For a mere 2 copper, my friend, you may have it. It is yours.
I'll take it. I
All right.
pay him 2 copper. No,
2
sorry. I bump Gene and I say, pay the man.
Gene goes, this is your cut for the week, right?
Listen, just pay the man. We'll worry about that later.
Gene looks down into his pocket and he reaches in and he's looking around trying to look at everybody, and he pulls out 2 copper and he very slowly passes it off to him. He goes, a pence, nothing to me. 2 coppers, nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah. He gladly swipes it back with a bit of a flourish of his hands, and it's almost like they disappear into his hand. If you want to roll a perception check to see where it goes, you're welcome to.
Oh, I don't know
see
if
you
I
go
want to
through
know
that.
where it goes.
I'm going to. I want to see where it goes.
All right.
No, you don't want to know how the sausage gets paid.
You pay your sausage?
You don't?
Pay for and pay are 2 different things.
It was a 13
What's your perception? 13. You see it, and you see it like disappear behind his hands in that sort of like stage magician sort of way that you know how to do, but you don't see where it ends up. But after that, he goes, other than that, I have things to help you calm your mind, sleep your best sleep without any dreams, or with dreams if you prefer. I can make your hair grow. I can make other things grow as well.
I don't, I don't, I don't like that one. I don't like that he did that one. Sorry, that's David. That's not Travis. Just I don't like that he felt like that was necessary. Can make other things grow too. Okay.
Your feet. Jason like teeters up to the cart, and he goes, y'all got some healing potions back there?
Why, yes, sir, I do. I have some of the finest you may find.
You got 3
And
healing potions back there?
he reaches behind him and pulls out about 7 vials and puts them all across the table portion of his cart. And they all stand on their own. They're like the triangular beaker sorts of things, and they're all different colors. Like you've got the whole 7-color rainbow going on here. And he says, "This one will cure your ills. This one will help you against any venoms you may find. This one and this one will heal your wounds quite satisfactorily. And these, well, they'll at least keep you alive."
All right, I'd
Oh.
like one of those antidote ones, and I'd like 2 of them healing ones.
Okay.
The low end one.
Okay. Give me an insight check real quick.
All right. 15.
15. As you're saying that, you see a little like a twitch in the corner of his mouth, I guess, about the antidote one, and you start to think that maybe it's not all it's cracked up to be.
All right. He grabs his trench coat and he looks down. And he goes, "Fellas, I don't think it's what it's cracked up to be." And then he just kind of teeter totters back away.
Okay.
He's got to think on this. They have to think.
Understand. I'll be here all night. Anybody else?
I thought that was going to end in a rhyme. I was so it had the meter for it.
Yeah, I didn't realize it had the meter until after I said it, and then I'm not fast enough. I'm no Sam Riegel, so.
Gene steps forward and says, "Do you have anything in there that you might be willing to part for, I don't know, say the chance to bet on a riddle? You seem like a man who's willing to bet on things."
I have bet once or twice, but I don't bet thrice. What sort of riddle do we have?
It's one that people seldom get correct, but as you can ask the people around us, you might find out that it's quite intense. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance, and all donations will go to the god Cyric as penance for my cause, and anything that you decide to give me will also help in charitable fashions throughout the land.
Well, I am never one to deny any sort of charity. I do recommend that you give it all it's worth. However, I do not have the coin to spare as I need it for my traveling fees. Maybe you could settle for one of these? And he's like gesturing towards the various vials behind him.
Yeah, anything. I mean, as you might be able to tell, Gene is not super good at what he does. So he looks at it and he goes, how about we settle for the one that my friend in the coat was going for, and 2 of your choosing.
Jason grabs Gene by the ruff, like not like roughly, roughly, but not. You get me.
Roughly by the ruff, yes.
Like, yeah, but he like pinches the side, just like grabs the side and he pulls him over and he goes, "Look here, Gene. I don't think that this guy's all he's cracked up to be. got a weird feeling when I was ordering my potions there. He got a little twitch in his face. I don't know what to do about that.
Yeah, but if we can get them for free, we can make a profit on it. It doesn't really matter if they're not what they are.
Gene, we ain't been having much luck lately, buddy. They've been guessing right a whole lot.
Hey, don't give the game away, my friend. We can make up for the travels. Listen, I have, and he looks in his pocket and goes, I have 3 copper left, okay? We can make this work.
And Jason says, all right, I trust you, boss. I trust you.
All right.
So Gene turns around and he does his little flourish again. He says, all right, time for the riddle. And he's only got one riddle, so he looks at the guy and he twirls his mustache and he goes, one of my friends is 3 kobolds in a coat. The other is 1 tall kobold in 3 coats. Guess rightly and you win the prize.
Deception checks from the 2 of you again, please.
Damn it, only 11 this time. And I've got +6 to deception.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And Tribus?
No, David's frozen.
Proper
Travis
frozen.
Harden.
Hang on, everybody. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, and I'm knocking it out right now.
If either of you knows his deception bonus, can you roll it for him?
I
think
don't,
it's
but I can
12.
roll with my deception bonus.
Sure, we'll go with that for now until things unfreeze.
18 total.
18? Okay. 18 and what was it, 11 you said?
Yeah.
11, okay. He looks you both over, and he goes to grab the middle of both of them. Says, your friends are all fake, and grabs and pulls. And so he rolled high enough to beat Jason, but not Tribus. Oh, do we have a David back? I see motion. I do not hear
Check that
audio.
audio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You back?
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right
You're proper
on.
live now.
Yeah. Sorry.
Anyway, that's okay. So yeah, Marith went to grab both of them and says that they're both fake and pulls on the noses, and one mask comes out and the other one, a kobold, comes out. He goes, ah!
Mm-hmm.
He goes, you chose wrongly again, for one of them is 3 kobolds in a coat.
Well.
And Jason
I
and
suppose-
Jason says, Larry, as the mask pops out underneath and leaves.
Got to keep it going.
As Beryl was just pulled from the commune that is Tribus, Larry leans out and grabs him and pulls him back in.
Wait, you have a Larry too?
Yeah, I got Larry, Beryl, and Meshach.
My middle guy is named. Yeah, my middle mask is named Larry. It's green.
At which point, the agreement was for one of his potions, correct? Or
It was
I
for
forget.
3 if I won.
3? Okay, I couldn't quite remember. But so he turns around and he grabs the antidote one and hands it over, and then gestures broadly to you for your selection. And then as he's doing so, you realize it's just showing off his wares as he pulls down 2 more and puts them in front of you.
I prance over and I open up one of my large pockets in my pants and I just scoop them in. Say, thank you for doing business. All proceeds will go to charitable donations. Have a good evening. And I just walk back behind my friends. Just start counting. Like, how much copper do you think we guys could make from this? Like, we're behind this week. We haven't gotten enough people to guess.
Listen, I keep telling you, this is really not that great a scam. I worked on a lot of scams.
It works, Meshach. Okay, tell Larry that he's okay. He didn't die. He's still in the coat. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. First of all, fuck you. I'm Beryl. Meshach's the feet. Larry's the middle. Get your shit together. All right. Secondly,
listen, I'm sorry.
I can't believe you right now. Okay. All right. We're gonna have this talk another time.
I'm a little stressed. Okay, we almost lost. He almost figured it out. He pulled one of you out. Like, I get it. You're stressed too. Okay. All right. Listen, we're doing fine. Just walk this way. And Gene stands up and he walks very, very boldly back towards the crowd and looks just as confident as he possibly can.
And Jason
As well you should.
if I could walk that way, I wouldn't be 3 kobolds in a trench coat.
Travis walks exactly like Gene, except he's like making fun of him as he does it. Just me, I'm Gene.
All right. Yeah, you guys go back to the camp. Unless you had something else in particular you wanted to do, there's nothing else really going on for the evening.
No, I think we've wasted enough of your time.
That was highly entertaining. Trust me, I am thoroughly satisfied. This is what this encounter was designed for. This is like a session 0 short that I wrote. So
yeah. No, this is our thing. It's like, we had a story, right? Yeah, but forget that. Hey, Sophia.
They're saying hi. All right, go sit down. Go sit down or go upstairs, okay? Fia, I need.
And I am Sophia.
Why don't you go upstairs? All right. Yeah, with that, so the elven gentleman is, as you guys are starting to bed down for the evening and so forth, he's doing a patrol around the campsite as a watch. There are basically, it's somewhere between a tent and a yurt that is available for you to sleep in. That there's just permanent installations here. So yeah, are you just all going straight to bed?
Yeah. Tribus believes firmly in early to bed, early to rise, keeps a man wealthy, healthy, and the rest of it.
And that's how he says it as he goes to bed.
That is how he says it every time.
And the rest of it.
The rest of it.
In the soft edge of the firelight, you see Jason lying down, and if you were looking at it sort of from outside the circle of the firelight forward, you would just see like a little lump of feet, and like kind of a big lump of kobold face. And if you were close enough, you would hear him say, "All right, good night, Larry. I'm sorry it happened like that today. Good night, Buttercup. I'm sorry you had to see that."
I'm so worried about Jason now. He genuinely seems like it's less of a goof or a con and more of a psychosis.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is this becoming dissociative identity disorder?
Yeah.
But
this guy just has big dreams of being 3 kobolds. All right, I mean,
yeah, you know what? Yeah, dress for the job you want.
Yeah.
Bravo.
You want to be 3 kobolds in a trench coat? Get yourself a trench coat and build from there.
Gene,
Right.
I think Gene goes into the same tent or yurt that Tribus goes into, and he tries to hide the fact that there are multiple kobolds in there so that he can keep his grift up as long as possible.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, no, they all sleep totemed.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, as you're drifting off to sleep, the night is quiet, crickets, small night birds, and that sort of thing. You may hear the occasional squirrel or raccoon or something like that rolling around in the forest nearby. As you're just on the edge of sleep, you suddenly hear the elven gentleman shout out, "Everyone, Alert! Something's wrestling in Marith's cart!
Uh,
All right, let's go, fellas.
yeah,
And
Travis.
Jason.
Travis is up.
Okay.
Gene as well.
Run out. You'll run out to see what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. As you run out and in the outer edges of the firelight with your dark vision, if you have it, you look at at the cart, and as you like come into vision of it, suddenly you see. Have you ever heard of a sugar glider?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's basically like a flying squirrel. There is just a technically speaking, a swarm of them flying out of his cart, just everywhere. It's scattering in every direction. They're holding little pieces of dry petals. They are holding sprigs of twigs and various other little knickknacks, empty vials, corks, etc. And one of them even has this little medallion thing. At which point, you see Marith jump after the one with the medallion, and he says, "No! Come back, you covetous cretins! You base beast! Bring that back this instant!" And he starts like trying to chase after it, but then it gets in like it starts flying over the brush, and he can't really follow it.
Is the medallion noticeably gold?
Give me a perception check.
By the way, a colony, a group of sugar gliders is called a colony.
Well, that's boring.
I
Well,
Googled
in
it.
D&D,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. But in D&D,
They're fantasy sugar glider.
form is the technical mechanical thing.
Oh yeah. No. Oh, sorry. No.
yeah.
I was.
No, you're
I
fine,
always
you're fine.
just like a group of unicorns is a blessing. Yeah.
Actually, okay.
Sorry.
Gene
That's
got a
okay.
5 on perception.
5. Excellent. It is absolutely gold.
It's gold as shit.
As he runs past Marith trying to get to it, he goes, "I'll give you a cut when I find it." And he chases after the sugar glider with the medallion.
Excellent.
I will give you a cut of your thing.
Oh, yeah, you gotta pay to get it
Finder's
back.
fee. Yeah. If you want to go chase after it, I need you to make a survival check.
Oh, something I'm
I mean,
extremely good at.
I'm gonna follow him, so I will also.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. So if one of you wants to give him the help action,
Sure.
okay. So you
I'll
have
give
advantage
him
on
the
it.
help action. Yeah, you have advantage.
My better roll was a 15 total.
15 total. That is just enough. Finding it. Yep. You run in there, and as you're like following in the branches as they're flying up above, they're not going terribly high, so they're still like within reach. You manage to spot and catch up to the one that has the medallion. If you want to make a snag for it, you are welcome to do so.
Absolutely. Wow, absolutely want to do that.
And so, yeah, this is basically a grapple check.
Okay. Is that plus strength or dexterity?
On your end, because you are the grappler, that's an athletics check.
Okay. Then it is an 11 total.
Congratulations, you beat a 5. You managed to reach out and snag the thing. And yeah, so you reach out, snag the thing, and now that you have it and you rip it out of its hand, because it's a squirrel, it's not going to hold on to that thing very well. You look at it, and it's not gold. It's a wood carved medallion of a panther's face that's smiling. And it smells faintly of sunflowers.
Bigfoot stick. Oh,
No.
okay.
It smells faintly of sunflowers, maybe sea salt, something pleasant. You can't quite put your finger on it.
Gene, still just hoping beyond hope, after having it in his hand, gives it a little bite, trying to no, it's not
wood.
gold.
One of the fangs from the jaguar like almost bites back on your tusk.
He polishes it.
Not like actively bites back, but like
okay.
it digs in.
Sorry. It
Yeah,
it fits.
And he looks at it and he goes, well, they thought it was very important, so they'll probably still pay to get it back. So he puts it over his neck and he walks back to camp to show that it is in his possession.
Excellent. You walk back to the camp, and Marith sees you and looks at you, goes, "You got it back! Excellent! Thank you so much. I need that to protect myself on the road. Never know what kind of beasts may be out there, as we have seen."
And it didn't protect you that much. You got taken over by a swarm of sugar gliders.
Yes, well, not exactly the sort of beast it's intended for.
Gene grabs his friends again and goes, we did just put in the effort. I believe a finder's fee for my medallion might be in order if it's looking to be returned to its original owner.
At which point he looks at you, sort of looks over at the soldier and says, "Yes, I suppose that is quite reasonable." And he puts out 7 vials in front of you and says, "You may pick one of your choice."
Which one of those is the antidote?
He already got the antidote one.
I already grabbed the antidote one.
Yeah.
What are their colors?
It's a variety of colors. There's one that's like black. It's still very like watery in its viscosity, but it is like black, like charcoal. There's a couple of red ones, different shades of red, but they're both red ones. One is almost like a gray, or somewhere between gray and silver, that sort of thing. There's a more indigo one as well, and a couple that are different shades of green.
Gene, like a well-trained sommelier that he is not, picks up each vial and he swirls it a little, swizzles it, he looks at it, he picks it up, he looks at the moon, he gets some light to pass through it, he picks up the next one, he turns it upside down, he lets the air bubbles go through, and he puts it down. Yeah. He does various other things with them, and then he goes, "Jason, would you come here? I have no idea what I'm doing."
Excellent.
Jason walks over, and because he's very suspicious of this fellow, he walks up and he says, "I know a thing or two about potions." And I'm just going to roll a performance check real quick here. And that's going to be an 11. So I guess that doesn't do much. But I know a thing or two about potions. But I'd like for you to explain to me what you do to make this one this color. And he points to the silver one.
The silver one says, "Oh, that one, it's made from fine ground stone, mixed in with spider silk and this is me trying to think, not him.
Yeah.
With spider silk and lizard's feet."
Okay.
That sounds like it tastes terrible.
So
I never promised flavor, I promised effect.
That's
so
true.
Jason's feeling like real suspicious of this guy, and so I rolled for insight and got a nat 20, and I was wondering if you could tell me, like, what am I getting off of this?
That one, he's legit as far as how it's made. If you want to know what kind of potion it is, that would be more of an Arcana check. Unless you have like alchemy tools.
I don't have alchemy tools, but I can roll Arcana.
Okay.
Let me see.
Doug, don't even worry about it, because I got this part for you. Travis goes over to it. He says, "I know a thing or two about potions." Okay? He takes the silver one. Opens it, drinks all of it. What happens to him?
That's right. That's what we're bringing.
Congratulations. You just drank a potion of climbing and have claimed your reward.
No, that doesn't seem like a good one. He puts the stopper on it and goes to the next one. Yeah, I don't like that. He tries to open another one. I won't steamroll.
Yeah.
Gene is just
He
standing
goes
there
over
now
and
going,
like holds your hand over top, or his hand over top of it. It's like, I promised one, and that is what you have taken. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy climbing trees.
And suddenly the kobold that's on the bottom is on the top, and then like they just keep rotating back.
No. The funniest thing is Travis up there's. No, I don't want to climb. I'm afraid of heights.
Says the one on
Did you
top.
see
Yep.
Gene
Which, by the way,
is
only
standing
the
there
top
now?
kobold. Yeah. Only the top kobold it has the bonuses to climbing.
Just dragging
Oh
him
my
behind.
god.
Yeah, that would make sense. This is not like a kobold centipede sort of.
This is not a cobalt centipede thing now.
And if it was, it would take time for it to pass down to the second one and then the third.
And we wouldn't. You know what? You know what's really great about this conversation is that it is now at the top of my list of things I wish didn't exist.
And we're live.
You know.
That makes it better. Because we
Sorry,
might be
guys.
like,
I
hey,
gotta stop the act right now. We're only on until 5 o'clock. We don't have time for the whole kobold centipede thing.
All right, fine. Let's go then.
All right. So with that, you guys go back to bed and move on. In the next morning, everybody gets up and you all go your separate ways. Marith is going the opposite direction of you guys. And you start to come across a it gets to the late afternoon or so as you're making your way down the road. And I need you all to make a perception check.
That is a crit.
Anybody else?
I got a 6.
6.
And I got an 11.
11.
Wait,
Okay.
I had something for this when I had it. There we go. Yeah, I got a crit.
Excellent. Tribus, you are the only one to notice, as you guys are all going down the road, that throughout some of the middle branches of the trees in this area, there are strings of red flags. Like the little pennant style that you hang up at a birthday or whatever.
Yeah. Guys, let's stop for a second because I have literally seen something that is often referred to as something figuratively bad. There are a lot of red flags on this path. Is this a path we want to go down?
Gene looks at him and goes, "Listen, man, we've had group counseling already. I've told you this is not, it's not bad. We're not stealing. We are just making sure that people give us the things in return that they've promised."
He grabs Gene's head and like points it at one of the red flags. Red flags.
Oh,
right.
You mean a red pinion flag? Oh, I see.
Yes.
Gene, we've been over this. Guys, I don't have a huge vocabulary, all right? It's a red flag. Honestly, kobolds are colorblind. The fact that I recognize that this shade of gray is red is impressive enough. All right?
I didn't know it was red.
All right. If any of you wants to make a quick religion check for me.
Hey, something I might
see
be
if
able
you-
to do well.
I was about to say, you
see if
should.
you know what this is.
Nope, that's a 4.
Don't worry, I've got -1. 3.
Excellent.
I'm gonna roll 2. Why not? I'll have a +1. So.
Come on, 2.
Nat 20. So talk to me.
Oh man.
All right. So in this particular Fantasyland's pantheon, there is a moon goddess, as there usually is, and this is a preparation for a seasonal celebration um, due to the current crescent phase of the moon. And so, yeah, it's somebody like setting it up in this way is it's just a seasonal celebration honorary sort of thing. As you continue down the road, you do recognize, now that you're aware of them, you're seeing more and more of these flags like getting thicker and thicker as though they're coming from all sorts of different directions until you come across a small clearing on the left side of the road. In the midst of large trees is a small pavilion, 10 feet by 10 feet of dark gray stone with 4 pillars supporting a pointed roof. A wall on the back brings contrast to the bright white stone statue of a woman covered in gentle robes without shoes in the center of the pavilion. At her feet is a flower box filled with colorful flowers. At the steps leading up to it are placed offerings of various natural foods, wild apples, honeycombs, tubers, and more. An elderly gentleman in red ankle-length robes and stomach-length white beard is going about the place tying strings of red flags between trees and the shrine. As you approach, he turns around on his ladder to see you. "Oh, hello! Don't suppose you'd be open to helping me? Confounded nuts! Help me tie this one down, would you?"
Do I still have the benefits of that potion of climbing?
No, it's like for an hour.
Oh,
You
man.
slept through it.
Dang it.
Yeah.
I slept through it. That's okay. Yeah, Tribus is going to try and help him tie up the things.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and give me a dexterity check with advantage because he is helping you.
Hell yeah. Okay. Just flat dexterity?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not hard.
It's a 13 or 13.
Okay. DC was a 12, so you're fine. You
Go,
go up there and
thank
start
God.
tying it off. Yeah. Start tying it off, and it's fine. And as you come down, he looks at you and says, "Oh, well, my name is Jarlin. What can I do for you today? What you folks are mighty far from anywhere. What brings you to my goddess this day?"
What is the name? What's the name of your goddess? Would it happen to
I'll
be
just go with
Selune?
Scullion. Yeah, sure. Because this was intended for generic Fantasyland, so whatever name you want to input.
Sure. We're familiar with Selune. I got a friend who's going to college right now. He's big Selune guy.
Is that Faerun University?
Faerun University. It's okay. Anyway, what's the celebration and why isn't your lady wearing any shoes? Did someone steal them?
These are for the Moon's Grin Festival. All shrines and temples of the goddess must be decorated with proper offerings in preparation for the coming not crescent moon. That was my mistake earlier. Full moon
You're
of
good.
the evening. And the flags are to draw the attention of the goddess's lover, hoping he'll return to her soon. I do still have a couple of things to prepare for this evening. The most important is collecting the water from the nearby Siren Song pool.
Gene is finishing up his second apple that he has filched off of the altar, and after
Sleight of
hearing
hand
that,
check.
it is 14.
He rolled like crap. He doesn't even notice they're gone.
You don't know what an apple is anymore.
Not that bad. It wasn't a
really
one. It was a two.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can see the core that he's tossed behind him, and he's working on his second one. There's little pieces of apple sticking to his tusks that he's getting off of his face.
Yeah.
We'd be more than happy to help fetch the water if your pockets are deep enough, if you catch my drift.
He looks at you and well, I don't have coin with me. This is not this is not a celebration intended for the joining for collecting of charity, but if there hasn't been much magic in my bones for quite some time. But tonight may be different. Stick here after the task is done, and I can give you each a small boon. I do not know what my goddess might provide, but she does believe in helping those who have helped her causes. Just make sure you return before the moon zenith, or the time for magic will pass.
Okay.
And he can give you directions over to where the pool is.
Yes, we get directions. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
Gene
Good.
he huddles everybody up again and goes, "All right, listen. If we get this done really quick, we just hang out. There's a bunch of apples and food over there. We can get that for free. It doesn't seem like he's paying attention, and then we can get our boons on top of that. You see what I'm doing here? I'm leading you down the path of free things."
I got to level with you, man. It feels less and less like you're raising money for like your God's cause, and more like you just don't like losing money, and it feels like it's upsetting. You know, is money your God?
But just way too far onto his lips. And just
Yeah.
He's the deity of greed and deception. So money is you got it. Yeah, you got it in one. Money. Yeah, you get it. Okay,
I forgot.
Let's go get this water.
I forgot about that. Okay.
As sort of an afterthought, Jason adds, "There are gonna be enough apples for all of us."
I just imagine as he says that, he kind of like points to one of the masks. Because remember, there's 7 of us.
Bellies because he's hungry.
Yeah.
All right. So, are you guys gonna head to the pool then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. He does warn you that. Let's see. He hands you a beaker, an empty beaker, and says that he needs that filled up. There is an open glade with a sheer hill on one side and a waterfall coming off the hill. At the bottom of the waterfall is a pool of the clearest water possible. And he doesn't really have the time to collect it himself. With that, are you guys all heading off?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Travis needs to know if this water tastes like McDonald's Sprite. Because it sounds like it does.
I need you to. I need someone to make a wisdom survival check, please. To follow directions. It's not terribly difficult.
I've only got a +1. Anybody care?
Got this.
Mine's +1 as well.
You got it, Doug? Okay.
14, yeah, 14.
Okay. If you guys want to help him, I'll let you have advantage.
Totally.
I get on his shoulders to give him help.
12 feet
Just
of
one
kobold.
Yeah.
I was thinking only like an extra 2 feet for one kobold.
Now we all get up there.
All right. Too many
And
hats.
on the bottom, Jason's teetering a little bit, and he goes, "Can you believe we get 6 kobolds on top of one another like this?"
Travis says,
Right.
"No, I don't." Did you roll with advantage, Doug?
Hold up. I got too excited about that. Let me see here. So, yeah, now I got a dirty 20.
Dirty
Nice.
20? Excellent.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, it wasn't hard. You managed to bypass any of the you got lost things I put on the table in here.
Oh, good.
And as you step into this clearing, you feel it is a different sort of place than 10 feet behind you. This pristine glade is almost full of unnatural green grass. The leaves of the small trees that occasionally dot it almost seem to shine their own light. Behind it, a large hill that ends suddenly in a 50-foot cliff. Off of this comes a stream of water that falls into the surface, into the clearest, bluest pool you have ever seen. Beneath its surface, you can make out stones of every color of the rainbow. In the air around you, small motes of some sort of seed float on a gentle breeze that seems to go a different direction for each one. A large boulder sits on one side of the pool, upon which a woman sits, dressed in long ivies like a slender gown. She turns towards you, causing her hair to float as she does, as though it is underwater. "Hello, travelers. It is time for the moon's grin, is it? Did the goddess send you for my water this time? I suppose if you must take it, you must. But as all do, you must pass my test. I fly without wings and weep without eyes. What am I?"
Okay, David legitimately wants a second here. Because
That's fine.
I fucking love riddles.
She's
fly without
eyeing all of
wings
you and weep without eyes.
and weep without eyes.
While this question is posed, Jean looks back at the other two, goes, "I'll up you one. I have a question of my own if you're willing to answer." He twirls his mustache again.
Fail my test, and perhaps you can entertain me with yours.
He just goes,
Wait, what was it again? Flies without, or
I fly without wings
And weep
and
without
weep
eyes.
without eyes.
cloud?
What's that?
Cloud?
Yes.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was way off. I was going alphabet. I went too far out the box.
He says it
That's
real
fine.
confident though. So Jason says, "It's a cloud." And he looks down in his trench coat and goes, "Thanks, Larry."
What's all of your passive insight, by the way?
Not great.
didn't expect so.
9.
12.
9,
11.
11. Okay. Yeah, she gladly looks at you and says, "Very well. You may take of what you will from my pool. Just be wary that you do not go too deep."
Anybody else getting some hardcore Tunia Vorulan Felurian Thay vibes here? Anybody?
Jean is totally caught up that Jason just answered that question, and he's just like looking at her and goes, Jay, I have been doing this riddle for months now, Jason, and you're telling me you answered. Could you come up with a better riddle? That's the whole thing, Jason. What do you mean? I've just been asking people which one of you is kobolds in a coat, Jason.
Jason goes, "All right, I got a riddle for you. What? How many fingers is Buttercup holding up?"
The kobolds in Travis's coat all laugh because they've created an inside joke that Buttercup is what Jason calls his penis. Yeah.
Jean walks over
Go
to
ahead.
the pool to collect the water.
I was just about to say,
Okay.
while this nonsense is happening, Travis is gonna, fill the beaker too.
Okay. At this point, if you would be so kind as to make a perception check while you're reaching in the water.
That is a dirty 20.
Excellent.
I've been using my dice that David Telstra gave me, and I completely blame all of my good rolls on that for the day.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, it was very kind of him.
After the riddle was successful and she gives you permission to collect the water from the pool, she literally slides off the rock into the water. You manage to see her even though she blends with the water itself. So it's fascinating. Like, you managed to make out, it's more like you see her shape than you see her. It's the empty space within the water that you notice. And then if you could, as you're reaching in there and filling it up, if you could make a what is the? I want to say it's wisdom save, but I could be wrong because I'm forgetting things. Yes,
What
wisdom save.
is she? I was about to say, is this like charm person or?
Yes.
That is only an 11.
So as you're filling it up, you watch her head come up, and her eyes are glittering at you, and you're just enraptured in it. And she starts singing and is trying to entice you towards the water. And unless you speak Sylvan, you don't understand the words, but she is drawing you towards it, into the water further.
Jean does not speak Sylvan, and I think he tumbles headfirst into the water behind this lady.
All right. Jean is being dragged in under the water at this point. It is an aggressive action. You had no resistance to it at the time because charm. But the other four of you watch as suddenly there's like rough bubbles in this clear pool. You see the trees lose their glow. The moats vanish. And she is still underwater with Jean. What are you guys going to do about it? All three of you.
Just Jason, do we need him? do we? Because I'll be honest, just for a minute here, this scam hasn't been working too great, and the cause is becoming less and less worthy.
Jason is gonna say, you know what gold we got is on him right now. You know that. And then he like lays down next to the pool and reaches a very long arm towards Jean underneath the water.
Okay.
Travis is gonna
you're
flip
gonna
a coin.
Okay.
What do I
That's
need
fair.
to roll?
Yeah.
If you're trying to break him out of it, this would be
Yeah.
your athletics or acrobatics to break the grapple.
Okay, cool.
What was the total?
That's gonna be a 19.
Sorry. 19, just barely not enough. She rolled a 20, a dirty 20.
All right.
So Jean is being pulled under, and like you've almost got her at a deadlock in this competition as you're trying to pull Jean out. And Tribus, are you doing anything?
Travis forgot to assign a yes or a no or anything to the coin flip, so he's helping now, I guess.
Okay.
So he he is going to go to the edge. If he wanted to shoot a bow and arrow at this lady, would he be able to do that, or is she too far underwater?
If she's not that far. Like, it's a short bow or long bow?
It's a short bow.
Short bow? I mean, what's the first range increment on that? It's like 90 feet or something?
80 feet.
80 feet? Yeah, she's just barely underneath, so.
Okay. Is Jean still considered my ally?
Yes.
Cool.
The charm makes him friendly to her, not hostile to you.
Right. So I ask because if I do hit her, I get sneak attack because he's within 5 feet of her.
However, he is hostile to her at this point. The charm has been broken. as she's
Okay, cool.
aggressively floating underwater.
Okay. I'm going to make an attack against her. That is a nasty 20.
A dirty 20? Or-
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
I call them nasty.
That's fine. I just hadn't heard it used that way before.
Sorry.
But yeah. No, you're fine. Go
All right.
ahead and roll damage for that.
Nice. Nolan, these are my long errand dice.
Yes.
9.
Yes.
9 piercing damage.
9. Excellent. So... And with that, I definitely want everybody to roll initiative.
What?
Yeah.
I am shocked. This is me and oh my god, I got a nat 20.
Nice.
Nice.
16.
I rolled my second 4 of the day, which means my initiative is a 3.
All right. And that was Gene.
Yes.
Okay. And everybody else, what was your totals?
16.
16 for Jason? Yeah.
Nat 20, but 23 total, if that matters.
Yours doesn't. Adding things to my sheet here. Jason, what's your dexterity score?
Let me see here.
On D&D Beyond, it's never been easier.
I know, right? My bonus is +3.
+3? That's okay. All right. So that was a round of action for pretty much everybody. I know, Gene, you didn't get a chance to, but that's because suddenly you were being attacked after being charmed. You were basically following her for your action. But starting at the top of initiative, Tribus.
Tribus, second verse, same as the first.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna actually, do I have cunning action at level 2? Oh, I do. I would like to start with the hide action so I can give myself advantage if I succeed.
Okay.
Ooh, that may. Oh, I got +7 though. That's 16.
16? Okay, you are hidden.
Hell yes. All right, gonna shoot her with my short bow. Got advantage. Come on, crit. 12 or. Damn it! It was so close to a crit. 19 total.
19 will do it. Go ahead and do damage.
All right. I don't play a rogue that much. 10 piercing damage.
Okay. Yeah, you fire another arrow in there, and it goes right past Jean, and like digs into her shoulder or something like that. You can't quite tell because again, she's like negative space within the water. But yeah, you hit her. What's up?
I do need to clarify that the top Tribus is not the one shooting the bow and arrow. It is definitely Meshach on the bottom. So the arrow is coming right from the crotch.
Excellent.
Yeah.
There are puns there that I'm not going to make.
Correct, you should not.
With that, yeah, go ahead, and Jason, you're up.
All right. I'm also going to take a bonus action, and I'm going to hide behind. Tribus, and then I'm going to stand up real sudden-like and shoot her with my short bow.
Okay.
And so that's.
Wait, Doug, are we both rogues?
Yeah, we are.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It is what it is, man. We're just both rogues. Do I get advantage when I'm hiding? Is that the way that works? Because I don't play rogues.
If you successfully hide, then yes.
What do I need to roll to successfully hide?
Stealth.
You can if you're a second level rogue, then yeah, it's a stealth check.
It's a nat 20 anyways. So like
Are you serious?
I disappear in the thin air right behind Tribus, and then all like scary like and shoot my short bow down into the water.
Go ahead.
And that's gonna be. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, definitely gonna hit.
Right on. So we hit for
Sneak attack.
Yeah, we got 2 plus 3 is 5 plus 3 is 8.
8
Nice.
points of damage. Excellent.
8 points of damage.
All right, so yeah, your arrow basically goes in the other side of Jean, and so Jean, you're watching all of a sudden you watch shoo shoo shoo, they're just embedding into her, and you're like starting to freak out. She, however, is going to make 2 claw attacks at her because you're so close with her, you see that this lovely almost elvish but ethereal face has changed in bad ways.
No.
What's your AC?
It is, as we all know, 16.
16. First one is
Yes,
a
we
miss with
all
a 13. Second one is a natural 19 for a 23.
Oof.
So she is going to do damage to you. There it is. And these claws are a lot. How many hit points do you have? I may be adjusting this on the fly.
20.
20? Okay. So 12 points of slashing damage. Just the first one went right past you. The second one nearly tried to take out your throat.
Oh, okay.
And it is Jean's turn. You are underwater. You're going to threaten drowning.
How
No.
far underwater or the edge of the pool am I?
You are
Don't have
right
to be
next to
far
the
to
edge of the pool. Yeah, like you're far enough that she was able to pull you in, but if you were to stand up, you'd be out of the water.
Okay. Then I would like to stand up. Just stand up. Use my action to
break
stand
her
That's
and
your
move.
movement.
grapple.
Half your movement.
Yes.
Yeah, but so break the grapple first.
Okay. Strength check.
You got that strength?
Strength or dexterity, your choice. He is a half orc.
My dex is very bad. So it was a 16 on the dice with strength. It's a 19 total.
Ooh.
Excellent. That beats her 14. So you managed to rip her arms off of you. You're going to stand up for half your movement.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to pull out
standing
my very battered longsword, and I want to look at her and point, and I go, "Now you get to answer my question, lady." And I cast Compel Duel, and I say, "Ask me about my wiener." And she has to make a wisdom saving throw of at least 12.
Excellent sound effect. Is this considered a charm effect, by the way?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, she might not be able to be charmed.
Yep, she is immune to the charm condition.
I'm looking up. It doesn't say anything about charm. It just says wisdom saving throw.
Okay. In that case,
I don't think compel can be charm.
yeah, I wasn't sure, but that's why I asked. But
Yeah.
that's a total for her of 16.
Yeah, she beats it.
Okay. But that was your act. So compel duel. Wait, was compel duel an action or bonus action to cast?
Bonus action.
Bonus. Okay. So it's action, bonus action, half movement.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to protect myself and get away from any more damage as much as I possibly can. And I think Jean being out of the grapple is happy and just trying to get closer to his companions.
Yeah.
Fair. In that case, that brings us back to the top of the round. Tribus, you're up.
I mean, if it ain't Bork, don't fix it. Gonna hide.
Okay.
So is it just two kobolds just backing up and hiding behind each other?
I think it's I think it's I like to think that it because it's not the top one that's shooting. I think that it's just the whole thing moving into like a 2-foot high bush, hiding the bottom one only. So you don't know exactly where the arrow is coming from. So it's only technically a sneak attack.
Yeah, this is pure flavor, and you've got an ally within range,
yeah.
but you want the advantage. So
Yeah, exactly. 19.
19. 19's going to hit. Go ahead and do damage.
No, that's to hide.
Oh, sorry. Hide. Yeah, you're hidden. Sorry.
All right, cool. Come on, nat 20.
Whoa.
Excellent.
How do you do crits? Because in our game, it's max damage plus whatever you roll.
I just say roll all the dice twice. So
Okay.
if it would be a total of 2d6, then roll 4d6.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Oh my god. So that's 10. And 16 plus 3, 19.
Total of 19.
Yup.
Awesome. You fire it past Jean, and you watch it sink in to what would be her belly if she were above water right now. But yeah, she is injured. That brings us
bloodied?
to Jason. You're up. Yes, more than.
Okay.
All right, Jason hides behind, tries to hide behind Jean, and but I only rolled an 8, so probably didn't get a hide.
No hide this time.
All right, right on. Well, and also no hit, because unless an 8 hits, can an 8 hit because she's underwater? No.
Nope.
Okay. Well,
No, sorry.
so
Water.
yeah. So Jason like tries to hide behind Jean, but he just sort of like wobbles back and forth back behind, and on one of those wobbles, he just sort of reaches over with his short bow and goes fluke, and it just kind of just skims
Straight into the water.
It's bad, yeah.
Yep.
Could only be made
All
better
right.
if before it he said, "Watch this."
Watch this. Hey, Ma. Yeah. At the end of Jason's turn, she is going to make a water whip attack.
Uh-oh. Not against Jean, right?
Well, Jean's the only one really within range, because the other two of you are back. So this like tendril of water comes up and like slaps at you. What's your AC again?
16.
16. She got a 14.
Oh.
So yeah, whips out and like you just like bring up your arm like this, and it just slaps across your armor.
Ow!
Your face is soaked, but that's it.
Is that bleeding? No, still ouch though.
Yeah.
Just do that for like 5 minutes.
Right there, Griffin. But yeah, with that, she's going to. She's not going to go anywhere because she prefers to be underwater and a little bit of with safety behind her so that she can back off to. So she's just going to use another water whip. Which that one's a 15. So that's
the other elbow.
That's a failure. Yeah, this one you just bring up your sword but the flat of it, so it just splashes across that. And that brings us to Jean. You're up.
Jean looks back at let's see. He can see the one tall kobold behind him and 2 kobolds sticking out of
yes.
a bush, and he just goes, "Where's Meshach? What's happening? I don't understand."
Don't worry about it.
He takes a real deep breath and he pats his face. And when he pats his face, he uses lay on hands to give himself 10 hit points back.
Just pull the Macaulay Culkin aftershave.
Exactly. Yeah. So I heal myself for 10 points.
Excellent.
And I'm gonna move behind and use my action to just get behind Jason, who was behind me. And
so you're gonna
just standing there with
disengage
my
and
sword.
then pull back.
Yes.
All right, you're back there. And is that your turn?
Yeah. Okay. I only got one action to use, so I'm retreating, as all good paladins do.
When you follow Cyrus, sure, yeah, self-protection. Um, that brings us to Tribus.
How
What are you doing?
bad is she looking?
Real bad.
Is she
Like,
she look like she's on death's door?
uh, if you got another crit, she would definitely go down. If
Oh, I don't know.
if I'll just lay it out flat because this is a one shot and I'm not going to play games. She has 60 hit points. She's down to 14.
Okay. I am going to attempt to hide first.
Okay.
Probably not that time. That's a 13.
13 just passes her passive perception of 12.
Oh, hell yes. Okay, so I'm hiding, and I'm going to run and jump into the pool with my rapier and try and stab down on her.
Excellent. All right. Go ahead and make your rapier attack then.
All right. And do I have advantage because I was stealthed?
Yes, you do.
Hell yes. All right.
I like to think of this as the three kobolds actually split off into different directions.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then they
no, the
ran around
coat.
at one point, they jump together and reform like Voltron, and then come down.
Yes. They each hold a piece of the rapier that brings it together. First one is a 16, or that is another crit.
Yes, do it.
Oh my god, this is so great.
How many nat 20s have we rolled today, man? I've had two.
Too many.
Too many.
Too many.
Why don't I roll this well when we play? Never mind.
You do,
I killed
David.
Nolan once.
You
yeah,
do.
I do.
I was gonna say because this one's for charity. But...
That's true. All right. So that's 8 plus 6. I'm a mathematician. 14 plus 3.
That is how many
17. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Tribus's scatter and reform thing works, and the rapier comes down, and you see like the negative space that she's in the water, and goes, yeah, and all of a sudden she starts to float up the blade until you see the body of this fey creature, floating at the top, but skewered through the heart with your rapier.
Travis starts to top Travis starts to take the sword out, and the other two are like trying to push her away.
Yeah,
and he Travis looks at Jean and says, "This counts as this week's bath."
As you withdraw the blade and push the body away at the same time, as soon as you're disconnected, the body just dissolves into like sea foam almost, and just merges with the rest of the water.
Gross. So we got good thing we got that water before this.
Still from the same holy pool.
I mean, yeah, same holy pool. It's just now we don't have the gross dead lady sea foam.
How do you know it's not all dead lady sea foam?
Oh God, don't!
Jean.
I don't.
Jean looks at the other two and goes, "But do you think there's a market for that?"
I don't. I really don't. I genuinely don't. You have a sickness. You have a disease, and it saddens me.
Jean, make an intelligence check. Just a straight intelligence.
That would be 14.
14. There's probably not much of one. There might be one for like the sea foam of the siren, which is what this creature was. Completely homebrewed siren. But there may be some market. But this is also water from a holy pool. So if you had, say, an empty bottle that you could collect an additional vial with.
This is just that meme of Mr. Krabs standing above the grave. It's like, am I really gonna defile this holy place for money? Of course I am.
Gene pulls out the 3 potions that he got from what's his name?
Marith.
And he just hands them out to Jason and Tribus,
Mhm.
and he grabs the one that was the antidote potion. He goes, "Well, we got a couple of flagons. Let's open them up." And he drinks the antidote potion, and just
Okay.
empties it out, and fills it up with more holy water.
Okay. Let's see. Whoever rolls highest on a d20 between Jason and Tribus. 7.
Mine fell on the floor. Sorry.
I win.
It's okay.
Yes. 6.
All right, Jason. Congratulations! You just wasted a potion of healing.
Ah!
Nice. Jason drinks it and goes to dip it in the water. And as he goes to dip in the water, like his back catches a little bit from all the wobbling he's been doing. But as he stands back up, he feels totally fine.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Anything else you'd like to do at this pool?
Not pee in it.
Yeah, Gene's
Let's all
ready to go
consider
right
this
in.
an ool. Let's all consider this an ool. Notice there's no pee in it. Let's keep it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, so we're going back, right? We're gonna go back to the wagon with the flying squirrels and the potions.
No.
No,
That
gotta go
was
back to
last
the,
evening. You got to go back to the
We're-
shrine.
Yeah, going back to the shrine.
Yeah. So then let's
All
go
right.
back to the shrine. Yes.
All right. So whoever wants to lead the survival check to get back to the shrine by default with advantage because you've already made this path once.
You said with advantage?
Yep.
21.
21, easily, very clearly. It's almost like you're seeing your own footprints in the mud as you go. You manage to get back to the pool, and at that point, Jarlin looks at you all. Oh, thank you very much. I hope this wasn't too much trouble.
A heads up would have been nice about, the magical lady with the charming spell and the,
Oh, yes.
drowning of me. That would have been nice to say, to prepare for.
I do apologize for that. I didn't. It's been so long since I've had to be there myself. I hadn't even considered her.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sure. I hope it's a good boon. That's all I'm saying. I just hope it's a good boon.
Yeah, it's been so long since I hadn't considered her. So you just thought she moved? You just thought the lady that's like anchored to water moved?
No, I haven't been there. I've forgotten that she was there. Also, you never
Feels-
asked anything about the pool. You just took the directions and left.
Yes. It's like, hey, do you know how to get to the Washington Memorial? Yes, it's that way. Okay, cool. What kind of asshole wouldn't mention the giant super mutant between where you are and the Washington Memorial? I feel like that's a landmark almost. It's like, if you get to the super mutant.
It'd be the asshole who knows that you're around here, so you'd be aware that there are such things as super mutants.
The guy that assumes you're a local.
Well, if you're a local, why
Or
are
at
you
least that
asking
you've
for
been
directions?
through the area,
Yeah.
Do you guys not talk to Faye all the time?
I mean, he is a god. He is a priest of the Moonweaver, so But yeah, with that, he takes and he pours it over the statue as sort of like a cleansing ritual sort of thing. You each take the evening to rest there, and you and in your sleep, you see the moon take over your vision. Slowly, it becomes a gentle feminine face that smiles down upon you. A motherly voice speaks into your dream. Bless you, children. For honoring me, I honor you. Take my blessing and go in peace. And I need each of you to roll a d4.
All right. I got a 4.
Oh no. That bounced
4?
onto my lap. I got a 1.
3.
Okay. A 4. One time, you can touch a willing creature to heal them for 1d6 plus your wisdom modifier hit points. One time.
Nice.
With a 3, you can actually cast Identify once, as though you had a scroll of Identify.
Oh, cool.
And on a 1, you have advantage on your next 3 ability checks.
Cool.
Nice.
And with that, you wake up in the morning, you can bid your adieus to Jarlin, and make your way off to your next adventure. And we are currently at 4:35. I didn't have anything else planned. The time frame on these actually sort of switched with how long each one was going to take in my mind. So
Oh, it's all good. We are inconsistent with our bullshit as well, so it's hard to tell how long something will take.
Mm-hmm. Last night for my home game, I had set up my players and planned for them to go into the Underdark, and instead they decided to interrogate the Nothic they captured. So, spent the whole session doing that.
Can we talk about like the thing that's going to be at 8:00 tonight, where we're trying to raise money for that game? So like the money that gets, like if you guys donate money, I'm sure there's a link somewhere. You guys donate money, it's going to help. Obviously, it's going to help the Ukrainian children. But in terms of just locally here on the game at 8:00 tonight is going to be affected by your fundraising. So, send money.
And there's a threshold too for the rewards. If you donate at least $70, you can get Arcane Library's complete collection, which includes their Shadow Dark content.
Yeah.
Which is a really great system. If you guys,
I was about to say that was the one we played, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Shadow Dark
yes.
is cool. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It's got it's based on I think a couple of different versions of D&D, right, Paul?
Correction, it's all 5e adventures.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Shadow Dark. Shadow Dark.
Oh, okay. I bet.
Well, you should
never mind. Ignore me.
Go buy Shadow Dark though, because that shit's cool.
It's also good. It's worth the money.
Yeah. It's so much
really just support Arcane Library.
Yeah.
The money and the time put into it, it's a great system. Guys, thank you so much for everything.
Yeah, we were happy to be here. It's
happy to be part of it.
It's always fun helping a good cause, but it's also just fun doing stuff with you and the various people that you hang out with. You always find the coolest people. Todd, you did a great job.
Thank you for DMing. That was great, man.
Yes, thank you so much. This was a really great one.
Yeah. And if you guys ever want to have me on as a guest or something like that, I'd be happy to help. Player or DM, whatever, I don't care.
Hell yeah.
As long as I'm rolling dice, I'm not worried about it. And then so
okay, cool. I guess you guys did all the heavy lifting for me. I don't have to say anything else other than thank you so much for everyone hanging out.
And if you like our shenanigans, go watch it or go listen to us at Good Better Quest or GBQ Pod on Twitter, and listen to Good Better Quest anywhere you get your podcast. Shameless plug, but we are actually even better there than we were here today, and I know we were.
Depending on your definition.
Yeah, guys, I had my mic muted, but you did not hear me laughing through like the whole thing.
Excellent. And I'm Todd. I am at Gameld10 on Twitter, GAMELD10, and my link tree is there for all the contact stuff, including my Ko-Fi and whatever. So,
Awesome.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks again, and have a
Zang.
great weekend. And thank you for helping me with this cause. It means the
Absolutely.
world to me.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
You guys were a blast. Have a good one.
Thanks,
All
guys.
right.
Take care.
Bye-bye. Are we hanging?